feel like they have friends and
That's why I had him take something and no drinking. I was like,
Okay, I couldn't get any closer, but there's actually a news interview that's going on right now. In case you all didn't get a chance to read the caption, a man named Scott froze to death after one of the raids from Solid Waste Management, Kansas City. We've reached out. People have been reaching out to City Council. Have reached out to the mayor. People are asking for your support right now. We went to the mayor's house because we knew that the raids were happening. And we told the mayor, 4,000 people saw that video. We were saying, do not continue the raids because people are going to die. Now somebody's frozen to death. So basically, because of the mayor's inaction, because of Mayor Lucas's inaction, Solid Waste Management is a city department. He is the CEO of Kansas City, and one of his departments confiscated blankets and sleeping materials from houseless people, and now one of them is dead. He froze to death at 42 years old. And so Solid Waste Management, City Council, we are asking for an immediate moratorium to houseless raids. And they're raiding people today. And so it's clear that the mayor doesn't care. City Council doesn't care. I'm going to get you guys to I'm here as a support person. There are some people from Free Hot Soup. Hi, we're on live right now. Oh, hi. And so people are wanting to know what's going on here today, why people are gathered for their press conference.
we have a picnic every Saturday night here at Washington Park, and we help the homeless out here and get them fed, get them hygiene items and all that. But recently we lost someone who frequented the park. His name was Scott. He lived like 6 on the street, and they took his livelihood of trying to stay warm in this weather, and they left him with nothing, and he ultimately paid the price of dying a very cruel, unnecessary death.
That was preventable. It was preventable. There are things that we could have done as a community to make sure this didn't happen, and I expect better from the city. Like, we have enough people in the city that can pull together and make a change. So I'm pissed, and everyone else should be too.
So the Solid Waste Management confiscated Scott's blankets and all of his belongings, and then he froze to death last night. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so people are wanting to know what organizations are out here. What organizations do you all represent?
We're both with Free Hot Soup, Kansas City. We provide weekly picnics so that we can check in with all of our friends. They can provide blankets and hygiene and food. I know that Amanda is with Kansas City
United.
Homeless United. And I know that I've worked with them and they do great things too.
KC Heroes is also here.
Yep.
Hi. So actually, we're live right now. So we have Free Hot Soup KC represented. We have
Kansas City Heroes.
Okay, so Kansas City Homeless United and
Creative Innovative Entrepreneurs.
okay, Creative Innovative. So there was a huge houseless supply drive over the last month, and thousands of dollars worth of materials, supplies, blankets were donated by people all over the city, and they were stolen by law enforcement and solid waste management. Can you tell people a little bit more about that?
Well, see, the other night, we do know that it was like 30 plus blankets that was donated by officials, donated by individuals of the city. You know what I'm saying, and donors. And even though they have donated their monetary funds, we were able to go out there and purchase these blankets too as well. And so there were, and people were still continuously dropping off blankets and supplies. And by them doing so, you know, the next following, a couple of days later, you know, they're gone. You know, around like between 2 and 4 o'clock. You know, 2 to 6 o'clock, between 2 and 6. And this doesn't sit well with our community. I mean, as people of the city. You know.
So, did you see solid waste management doing a raid?
Yes.
You saw them doing a raid.
One of the gentlemen I spoke with, he said that he was just doing his job and that he was instructed to come by and clean up underneath the bridge and pick up the trash and everything. And it was normal. I have a picture that was taken by Amanda, and she forwarded that to me so I can be able to show that this place was cleaned and utilized for the purpose of where houses individuals were actually occupying at the time. And by them doing so, it made it more. It made it more like.
Okay, so, and I know you're upset, and this is horrible because you raised thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars of supplies were given to houseless people, which were thrown away by the city.
Yes.
And so city, solid waste management, and they can't hear you. They can't hear you. That's why I always have to pull my mask on. Solid waste management is a division of the city. It's ran by Mike Shaw, and we've been advocating, myself, but most importantly, you see KC Free Hot Soup. You see Creative Innovative out here. You see KC Homeless United. KC Care, KC Heroes are all out here. You see all of the tireless work and that has been going on to help make sure that people don't freeze to death. There are people that are sleeping in the snow. They're sleeping in the snow. And then the city comes behind us after people have donated, gathered all of these materials, thousands of dollars. And then the city comes and throws it away. And then it's supported by law enforcement. And so if you think that this is not an issue for the mayor, it is absolutely an issue for the mayor. And now someone is dead, has literally frozen to death in a city that has $1.7 billion in their budget. $1.7 billion. Over $1 billion. And you have people freezing to death. That is a failure from city council and our mayor. That is a failure. So Mayor Lucas, do not get on social media. Don't get on the news talking about what you've accomplished, because you have been failing people in your city because they are freezing to death. So there are two, and I always say weeks. So this is Kendra, one of my favorite Facebook friends. So Kendra, can you, and I know that they're doing an interview over here, so we can just move out of their way.
Hi.
And so can you tell the audience more about the demands to end houseless sweeps? Why is that important for the city to stop houseless sweeps right now?
It's important because everything that people have to survive is in their tents, it's in their camps, and that's medical supplies, medical supplies and blankets and things like that. And so when you take away all those things, how are they going to survive? We have pregnant women that are on the streets because they can't get into a shelter. We have elderly men with diabetes. And when you sweep their camps, you are taking away their insulin, their syringes. You're taking a pregnant woman's prenatal vitamins.
They took away their prenatal vitamins?
Yeah, when
They've taken away their diabetes medication?
they take away everything.
These people are monsters. They are monsters. They are taking away prenatal vitamins from pregnant women. They are taking away diabetes medication. That is what's happening during these sweeps. Mayor Quinton Lucas, we are coming back to your house.
Yep.
We're coming back to your house. Solid waste management. People are coming to your office because you guys are playing a dangerous game and people are getting fucking killed.
Last year, I knew of a camp. She was under a bridge, and she was pregnant, and her whole camp, her and the other women, their camp was literally swept away under the bridge, and all of her supplies was gone. You know, and it's not right. Hi. It's a puppy. You know, and the dog. So that's the thing. Like Six, he wouldn't go into a shelter because he had his dog. You know, we have homeless people who have their pets. When they become homeless from their home, and they don't want to give up their pets. You know, and I'm in the animal community, and so animal shelters are full. They can't take in the dogs. You know, and why should they have to give up their pets? You know, and so he didn't want to give up his dog. He loved his dog, and so they camped together. You know, they kept each other warm. So, I don't know what else to say.
Okay, and so Scott, he has a family. Has his family been notified?
Yeah, he has a daughter.
And so if it wasn't for your efforts, we would have never known that this happened.
Yep.
We would have never known that a houseless person, after being a victim of a houseless raid, froze to death because of the actions of solid waste management and Mayor Quinton Lucas. We went to his house. We warned them that this would happen. The very next day. And
2 blocks from Mayor Lucas's home.
so Scott froze to death 2 blocks from Mayor Quinton Lucas's house. 2 blocks. And the day before, we went out to Mayor Lucas's house and begged him to stop the houseless sweeps because people were going to freeze to death if you kept taking their blankets. The very next day, someone froze to death. Scott's death is on Mayor Lucas's hands. His blood is on Mayor Lucas's hands, and I hope that Scott's family sues the shit out of the city. I hope they sue Solid Waste Management. I hope they sue Mayor Lucas directly because this is a direct result of his failures as a mayor. So this is beyond just something for social media. There are so many issues that are not being brought to light until activists.
All these people have nowhere to go tonight. They have nowhere to go. I think it was 150 people that were here tonight getting food and supplies. And, you know, their places were swept, so now they have to figure out other items to get their items back. They have to get their blankets, their tarps, to keep it dry.
Are they doing raids tonight?
I heard that it was happening earlier today. That there was a raid earlier today.
I didn't mean to let you shoot that.
Yeah, they're going on today.
The call was put out to get help.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mayor Lucas has instructed the raids to keep going. He has not intervened as of right now. So
I commented on his Instagram page and I was like, what are you going to do? Are you going to say something? Because this gentleman died in your backyard and he was a good man. He was
with a family. And I mean, he was kind. He sat down with my son many times. I've known him. It wasn't like I met him a few times. I've known him for years. And this was a good man that didn't deserve to die in the cold. Misha, and you know what? I'm going to go to Misha. Are you? Did you want to say a few words because you were actually one of the caseworkers? Are you wanting to go on live?
I can if you want to
You cannot.
Confidentiality, I'd
Okay.
get in a ton of trouble.
Okay. And so there are other people, like right now we're in Washington Park, right by the Western Auto, right across from Sun Life, Lathrop Gage. Big boy law firms are down here. This is in Washington Park. You have the ability to help out houseless people today. I put a link. You can donate to Creative Innovative. Also, KC Free Hot Soup KC. Free Hot Soup KC. You can donate to them. If you have blankets, if you have food that you can donate, how can people help? Because I see that you guys are packing up stuff. This is KC Heroes. How can people come out and help your mission to help the houseless people to prevent this from happening again?
Both KC Heroes and Free Hot Soup have a Facebook page that has general information about everything. But we have like an Amazon wish list that has cold weather items on it that we will hand you out. Boots, blankets, clothes, jackets, all that can be donated to either group. We can definitely hand it out to people in the streets right now.
There is a desperate need for coats.
Yeah.
We've been going through 200 coats a week, and we didn't have enough coats for that. They ran out of coats. And you can't survive in this weather for long without coats.
Yeah. And by this time of the night, everybody you see left is going to be sleeping outside. There's no openings in shelters. There's lower occupancy in shelters as it is because of COVID, but
So they've reduced occupancy in shelters?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so there's not as many beds right now. And so what happens when there's no shelter? Like what happens? What are people's options?
We fed some people. They asked about blankets, and they asked if they had sleeping bags, and they said no. I gave out a couple of sleeping bags, and then a couple of them took the bus up and met me up at church, and we gave them a tent and sleeping bags and a heater. And they were just going to a park over by the fountain by the plaza because they've been chased out of other places.
Okay, so Pastor Randy Fiki says he has hundreds of coats at Unity Southeast. Come get them Sunday at 10 a.m. So that is a resource.
200 from him last Tuesday.
Okay.
But not all those are heavy winter coats, but we need them, and we can
And
put
we need
layers
more
on them.
people to transport those coats to the parks, to our picnics, because a lot of times we're full and we can't fit any more in our cars. But
Okay, so can people sign up to deliver that on your Facebook page?
yeah.
Okay, so you can go to Free Hot Soup KC. You can go to KC Heroes and sign up on their Facebook page. If you don't have money or coats to donate, you can always just be someone that transports the coats and the supplies to places that need them. Also, you guys like, share, and comment. Make sure we're getting this out because these are two organizations that many of your friends may not have heard of, and they may have the ability to help, but they may not know unless you like, share, and donate. And so blankets can be donated, coats can be donated, any clothes, any hand warmers, feet warmers, those can all be donated as well. And so how can people do things tonight? Is there anywhere that people can donate, or they can donate a hotel room?
If they post on Casey Heroes, the Free Hot Soup pages, yes, they will take donations. There are a couple of groups that are putting people up in hotels as they have money available, including, I think it's artists helping the homeless. But also, we'll have people come and pick up. If they have food, if they have clothing, we will get people to come and pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for you guys' hard work. I'm going to get back to, is there is there a protest? Is there a press conference? Is that still going on?
There's actually, I don't know, I think she's done with the news thing.
Okay.
There's a gentleman staying in that tent. It looks like a pile of trash in that corner, but he's actually staying in there tonight.
Okay, so if you are watching right now, if you're watching right now on this live feed, we have 130 people. If you are one of the 130 people that's tuned in right now, I need you to share this on your page, because there's information on this post that could save somebody's life. We've literally lost someone, and that knowledge would not have been public knowledge if it wasn't for activists. The activists in Kansas City are literally saving lives. They've, with the help of the community, they've been gathering coats, blankets, money, food, tents, anything that you have that you can donate. If you could help us out, if you could help this situation out, please go to one of their pages, and then they will figure out a way to come get it from you. And so we're going back to the circle. Hi. Hey, are you leaving? You're leaving?
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Bye. Did you get that? His life mattered. And it did.
So thank you so much. Okay, you know what? I'll be in touch. We're gonna try to get some more stuff.
And I'm sure you all are tired of people having to die to learn where we're making mistakes in the economic and social exploitation of people, right? I'm tired of us always having to ask or putting ourselves in a position to ask and taking the things that they know that they should be doing. And so with our minds and our talents and our skills, we can build something sustainable and get these people warm, right? Get them equipment that they need and the resources that they need. And so I'm not here to take anyone's toes, but I do want to work collaboratively with each and every one of you, because it is our responsibility. I'm sorry?
Name.
General Division of Z of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. Alright? And so we are very, very huge in the community, and we are wanting to do community work. And so we are doing some hard work. And every week, anytime you need us, just let us know.
Thank you.
Nobody has to die in order to know where we're making mistakes. That's our own job to be.
This is on the Levinson Prospect every Sunday. Stacey, what is it?
Oh,
Nobody knows
actually,
who you are.
We'll get in contact with them. We will make sure that our chapter understands what the initiatives are, what the needs are to people, and we'll come out and collaborate.
Thank you.
so are there any other groups that, because I'm on live right now, and so are there any other groups that are doing houseless outreach that people, there's 138 people online right now, or on watching us right now. Is there any other groups that do work that want to talk about their group?
I don't think there's any that are here. I think
Gotcha.
we've all represented a group here. Yeah. But I think with that emails app, we can include resources and make sure that the community can hear about all the other groups.
Yeah, for sure.
And so is there an email address or?
So that's the next thing I was going to say. I would love to create, is anyone not on Facebook? Okay. Everyone else is on Facebook. So then we can try to create a message. I don't know with like iPhones and not iPhones.
Okay, so right now that's a strategy circle of organizers that specifically help with houseless issues. Go to Free Hot Soup KC, and it's so cold. I'm not a cold person. It's so cold out here. It's really hard for me to keep my thoughts going. My hands are burning because it's so cold. And just imagine, I've only been out here for about 20 minutes and I'm already starting to feel the effects of the cold. Imagine if someone does not have a place to stay. A lot of you all are watching this from the comfort of your homes. And so if you are able to donate, if you are able to just share this message, you never know when you share this on your page, when you share this to your group pages that you're a part of, you do not know how many people it reaches. And there may be someone, even if you can't help, because it is COVID, a lot of people are unemployed right now. It may reach the people that do have the ability to make a big difference in this situation. So right now we're at Washington Park. The demands are from organizers, including KC, Homeless United, Free Hot Soup KC, the Kansas City chapter of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party is out here. Creative, Innovative Entrepreneurs is out here. Their demands are very simple, very actionable, okay? One, Mayor Lucas needs to stop the houseless sweeps. He can do that. He can declare a state of emergency like he's done everything else. He can get his happy ass on the phone. He can call solid waste management. He can make a phone call and stop the violence of houseless sweeps. Because as you've heard, when we're talking about houseless sweeps, we're not just talking about cleaning up the city. We're talking about pregnant women getting their prenatal vitamins thrown away. We're talking about people with diabetes getting their life-saving insulin thrown away. We're talking about people having their coats, their blankets, things to keep them warm. All of that is thrown away. For what? Why? Why would you do that? And it is below freezing out here. And you are going to have the audacity to throw the only possessions that people have in this world away. What sort of monsters do we have running this city? What sort of monsters do we have at the solid waste management department? Whose house do we got to go to? We've already gone to the mayor's house. We've already been on Facebook. People have already emailed him. People have been calling him. People have met with the Parks Department. People have been marching. They've been protesting. And these politicians don't care about people in this city. They don't care about poor people. They do not care about houseless people. No one would have known that Scott passed away if it was not for activists. Nobody would have known how many raids are happening in this city if it wasn't for people that are being activists in this city. And so if you don't have the ability to come out here, I totally understand. I totally understand that. I don't always have the ability to do it either. But you can help from home by emailing Mayor Lucas. You can help from home by emailing Solid Waste Management. You can help from home by even just sharing this content, because there is a lot of helpful content on here that may save somebody's life. And so I'm going to join the strategy meeting out here. Actually, you know what? I'm just so pissed off about this because we literally told Mayor Lucas at his house, went to his house on the last day of the year and said, you need to stop the houseless raids because people are going to die. One day later, a 42-year-old man freezes to death. So we have Hernandez Finch, we have Terrence Washington, we have Leah Hamlet Lunn, Leela Kyle, Tanya Moody, Halitha I'm Free, Grady Felder, Angie Howard, Esther Holzendorf. Hi, Sister Holzendorf. Tommy Simmons. And shout out to Tommy Simmons because he actually called me early this morning and said, Stacey, I got something to tell you. 2 blocks away from the mayor's house, I saw a houseless encampment and a coroner's van rolled up. Call your people. Tell them to check on your people. He called me early this morning and we got on the phone. And I got on the phone with people so they could start investigating what happened. And so shout out to Tommy Simmons. Shout out to all of the people that are not backing down, that are not going to be intimidated, that are not going to stop standing up for people, because we have been under attack just for trying to stand up for people, just to try to stop the senseless violence and the senseless violence in Kansas City. That is the responsibility. That is on behalf of our political leaders. I mean, Mayor Lucas has not done anything to stop these sweeps, has not done anything to stop people from throwing away blankets. What kind of monsters throws away blankets from people in the dead of winter? What is that? So we're going to continue pressing this issue. Shout out to all of the organizers that have been on the ground trying to do this. We trying to make a big difference. Shout out to Lindsay LV, Tommy Simmons, Eric Starks, Chevy Johnson, Mickey Cole, Bonbon, LJ Walton, Candace Armstrong. We have, and there's 164 people, so I'm trying to get through them. Mandy Nichols. And she said she was there when they bleached the food at picnics a few years ago, and nothing has changed. So in case people don't remember, the health department came around when Free Hot Soup was giving away free food, and they poured bleach in all of the food so the houseless people couldn't have anything. Most disgusting thing ever. Like, there's no reason. There's no justification for bleaching food, especially if the city is not giving any alternatives. So it'd be one thing if the city would say, oh, we're going to do these sweeps, but we're going to have some places for people to stay. They don't do that. They say, you know what? We want to make sure that our city looks cute, even though it may cost someone their lives. We don't have any other alternatives for them. And it's just shit out of luck for you. That's exactly the message that Mayor Lucas is sending. We have Ira Jones. We have Kane, Cheddar Bob Houdini, Dakota Allen, Mandy Nichols again, Wendy McCormick, Latanya Rochelle Boston Webb, Ebony Haggins, unpopularly B. McCann. I'm unpopular too. We have... I'm sorry, I'm trying to go through all of the names to make sure I give all of the shout outs. Pastor Randy Fickey, Sharonda Roger That Thomas, Michelle Kelly Leatherman, Joel Smith, Tiger Butler, Kiera Powell, Tawana Sobless Curry, Kendra Lawrence, Kiara Williams, Jerry Cowell, PJ Harris, oh my gosh, it's so cold out here, Dakota Allen, Adrian Blackstock, Pastor Adrian Blackstock, Joshua McCall, Oscar Espinoza. It is so cold, I'm literally stuttering. Cynthia Sunny Bartow Cruz, Halitha I'm Free, Tiffany Shea. Let me see. I want to get down to everybody. There's so many people. Jennifer Shaw Lanton, Nita Shanetta Price, Lolita McCann Calloway. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in, for commenting. We have over 173 people are watching. That's 173 people, 178 opportunities for this message to be shared. A man named Scott, his street name was Six, died last night, froze to death after his camp was raided twice. He lost everything twice. Imagine somebody coming to your house and saying, you know what? We're going to take all of your stuff. We're taking all of your stuff, and then we're going to throw it away. And then you just have to survive on whatever the clothes that you have on your back. That is what's happening to people, and nobody is doing anything. Our politicians are not doing anything. Okay? Solid Waste Management has been giving orders to throw people's blankets, their medicine, anything that could help them survive out here. If it's not on their body, they're throwing it away. They're literally forcing them out of places in the city and throwing it away in the dead of winter. You can help do something. You can help doing something by liking, sharing, and commenting. We need this to go viral because Mayor Lucas does not do anything unless he is forced to do it. He just does not. He is refusing to act. He is refusing to act until you make him do it. Email him. You have the email address. Follow KC, Free Hot Soup KC. Follow Homeless United. Follow Creative Innovative Entrepreneurs. Follow KC Tenants. Follow these organizations because they are out here doing the work to help keep people not only safe, but to keep them alive. That is what we're struggling with right now. We are trying to keep people alive. And the reason why we're out here right now is that there's not any attention on this issue. Nobody is stopping the raids. What are we going to have to do to stop people from getting their medicine thrown away, from getting their blankets thrown away? I don't even understand. We've gone to all the city council meetings. We've written all the letters. We've written emails. We've phone called. We've gone to your house. We've gone to your job. We've camped out for 21 days. What is it going to take for this administration to start taking this issue seriously? What is it going to take? I'll take any meeting. There are plenty of activists here. They will take meetings. They'll make the phone calls. They're doing the work. They're raising the money. But something has got to change. Mayor Quinton Lucas. Mayor Quinton Lucas, stop the damn raids. Make the phone calls. Make the phone call to stop the raids tonight. Because any more people die, it's on you, Quinton Lucas, because you could have stopped it. You could have stopped it tonight. So we're going to see. We have activists all over the city. There are activists all over the city monitoring the raids, monitoring to see when the raids are going to happen, and giving mutual aid. You can help them by inboxing one of those organizations. They have instructions to Cash App or to donate or to drop off things. And so make sure you all tap into those organizations. More awareness to this issue, because something has got to change, because we can't have people continually dying because our city council does not want to do anything. And if you say, hey, we're strapped for cash, the police get $273 million. The police get $273 million a year while people are literally freezing to death on the streets. And so there needs to be a priority in the city budget. Shout out to all of the people that are working on the people's budget, that are working on the People's Commission. If you have any way that you can help any of these efforts, you can inbox me or you can contact those organizations. Okay, until next time. Hey, Cynthia Davis. We are going to continue. We're going to continue doing some work out here. I'm going to jump off so I can see how I can be of assistance. But until next time, all power to the people. Good luck and God bless.